Hello everybody, this is Anthony with Trader's Ultimate Edge. We're going to talk about the just released TUE Algo version 2.0. Here on the screen, the only things that you can see are the algo, the support and resistance indicator, which is these red and blue lines right here, our simple candles, which give us green and red candles to help indicate trend, the trend strength indicator, which, surprise, indicates trend strength, and our predictive oscillator. There are videos available for all of these to show you how they can help you in your trading. Now let's look at the algo. You see this all right here on the screen. The algo is the short and long entries. That is what it does. It tells you when to get in and when to get out. Let's go ahead and bring that to the front so we can see it well. Okay. So here we can kind of narrate some trades. We actually took this trade this morning. So we went ahead and entered here. And then these X's show up to indicate potential take profit areas. And we were able to peel contracts off and take some profit. Now this of course does work in concert with our predictive oscillator. As the oscillator was moving down at the same time this was moving up, we knew this would be a slow trade. Okay, now we come over here. We've got this long entry, high probability right here. Oscillator is moving up at the same time, and it went off like a rocket ship. And the take profit showing us right there at the top. Okay, and then you can just kind of see the same thing with all of these, and this works on, this is the ES 3 minute right here. This works out of the box on the ES 1 minute or 3 minute. It does work on the 5 minute as well. And crude oil futures. It works great on crude oil futures as well. I mostly trade the ES, so this is what I built this for. However, you can use it on anything if you just adjust a few of the settings. And I'm going to show you some of those right now. Over here, we have the speed, volume speed, and indicator speed changes how it reacts to different things. Part of how the algo works is that it reacts to changes in volume. So you can change that speed right there, and that is based off of our cumulative volume delta indicator, which isn't on the screen. Okay, the show take profit points turns on and off those handy X's. You can see that right there. And show signals during market hours. Just keeps it from cluttering up your screen with after hours stuff, and just keeps it if you're going to be trading during market hours. I recommend leaving that on. Now here's a big difference. I've gone through and done a bunch of back testing on what works really well and what doesn't. Now, as you can see this here today, you'd have had 4 wins and 0 losses. I think the 1 minute is like 5 wins and 1 loss. If you're following entry and exit rules, this one would have been a win if you're following the proper rules. So what I did over here was I included an optimized function. Optimized will always be kept up to date with my back testing results, which filters work best on which trend, which direction, because the shorts and the longs work differently in different market environments. And I will keep up to date on that and continue to adjust it always to work best on the ES. Okay, you can also go to custom right here. That's going to change the screen a little bit. Now you can see we have some extra entries. We have a few extra HPs, which didn't work out. You can see both of those right there. And a low probability trade, which didn't work out either. So it actually filtered all 3 of those out. And what you would have to do is use these filters to properly change how you want to look at it. So you can see you can turn on all these filters and use them for different things. The explanation is right next to it here. So, the oscillator filter, the oscillator has to be going in the direction of the trade. Long-term trend, so it'll only go with the direction of a longer-term trend. Or filter for movement bands, which are these things right here. It won't trade if it goes into one of those. There's also this trend strength filter, where if you are in a consolidation area, it won't give you a high probability trade. See, those HPs are going to turn to LPs. There's also the trailing stop ribbon right here. Turn that on. Back to optimized. Okay, see that's a ribbon right in the middle, and you can change colors and whatnot. You change it however you want. This helps you find where your trailing stop should be. So if you're long here and this fell down, well then right here is where you would stop out. And then the same thing here, we're up into profit, comes down, this is where you should stop out. Which of course it ended up just bouncing here because it found a previous area of resistance, but it usually works pretty well. Okay, keep on going here. Movement bands, I just discussed those. Those are areas where the markets are likely to bounce from. Okay, they're likely to bounce from the areas. You see right here, it bounced up, tapped it here, bounced down, tapped it here, bounced down. These are analogous to ATR bands, and we do have a predictive ATR indicator as well. They're analogous to ATR bands, but they work a little differently. More like Bollinger Bands on steroids. All right, and you can change that length and size there if you'd like. I recommend leaving it that if you're trading on the ES. Then, of course, you can change text colors down here. Go over to style, and there's a whole bunch of colors that you can change there as well. So that is the new TUE Algo version 2.0. The original older version 1.62 will remain available for people that already have it in case you have a strategy that relies on the entries from that algorithm, because this one has adjusted entries and exits. They're much smoother in this one, you're going to notice. So it is a little bit different. So if you have a strategy that relies on the old one, don't worry, it's not going away. But this algo will be the default one given to customers going forward. So the question you all want to know is, how does it perform? Because it's worthless if it doesn't work, right? Okay, what you're looking at here is the stats from long side only. This is only from going long. Net profit, $11,362 with a profit factor of 1.78, which means on average, we're making 1.78 times more money on our wins than our losses. This is over a total of 117 closed trades, approximately 2 months worth of trading during the market day, and this is on the ES 3-minute. This is using the optimized settings on the algo. Go ahead and show the equity curve. This is the equity curve for the optimized settings on the algo. You can see it right here. This goes up over time. Keep in mind this does not include commissions because commissions are going to be different for everybody depending on which broker you have. But this is with a single ES contract. A single ES contract can be traded with as low as $1,000 in margin over at a company like Tradeovate, or it could be as high as about $17,000 at somebody like TD Ameritrade. So that amount of margin required to hold in your account to trade one contract is different. You could also do this with MES as well as ES. Okay, now let's look at the short side. Short side shows a net profit of 73.37 and a profit factor of 1.61. Let's look at the equity curve. Here's the equity curve for the short side. As you can see, it looks a lot like the long side. What's important here is that it's smooth and going upward. So let's do a little bit of math. 7,337. Yeah, what was the other one? 11,362 plus 11,362 equals $18,699 in profit over approximately 2 months of trading a single contract on the ES with the optimized settings of the TUE Algo 2.0. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a very profitable indicator. And one thing I should note about these results, these were done without a proper stop out. So normally when you stop out, it's going to be perhaps below the low of a previous bar, something like that, looking at market structure, support, resistance, that sort of thing. So you would stop out properly. These did not have proper stop outs. They just stopped out when the indicator said the trade was over completely. And these didn't have completely proper take profits either. It used one contract and it took profit when the first little X showed on the screen. And sometimes, if you're good at support and resistance, you understand what's going on, you could easily hold it for longer or follow with a trailing stop, something like that, to increase your profit. These results were done with essentially a worst case scenario, blindly following the indicator. That's it. So again, if you want to sign up for this, just go on over to tradersultimateedge.com. You can even get a 7-day free trial. Sign up for a 7-day free trial. Message us in Discord. I will let you use these indicators 7 days for free. You can use them. Make the amount it's going to cost you for your membership, and then come and buy. All right? All you got to do, tradersultimateedge.com. Thank you for listening. Take care.